Welcome to another video on my attempts to combine an Android tablet and an Arduino MegaADK with some electronics. If you watch my videos on this topic before, then you know that I first usually and now as well start with some programming exercises on the Android, to get things nicely working, and the second part of this video will be about the Arduino with electronics. Concerning the Android, I haven't found out yet why things go the way they go in with respect to errors. I did find out that JavaScript, which is this programming language, is actually indeed an interpreter. And building, well, I don't know, but it sounds to me like compiling, which it apparently is not, unless my information is wrong and you have versions of JavaScript that do compile. Anyway, last time I tried to get a random square, no, a random text be somewhere, and this doesn't go well. This is better. No, even this. Alright. Last time I tried to get a square on random coordinates whenever key was pressed, and I also tried to using a delay function to get it longer on the screen. The delay didn't work at all, so now I am trying to do something which has been used for a long time: a no operation. You take a for construction, starting at 0, while smaller than 1000, add 1 to the value of I. And you will notice that everywhere I have no such thing as declaration, because I do it at the start of this program, but here this is very locally, so I declare I to be an integer, and then I do nothing, just count down. That's one thing. Other thing is, I want to drag something, mouse drag. Well, if you ignore this, the brackets, I could use it in here. However, the reference of JavaScript with respect to processing doesn't show that. It only shows mouse dragged with brackets, which means it is a method that you have to fill with your own instructions. So I have created some globally declared variables, like I did here, well used here. Let me go back here. Here they are declared, no values. Back here, value 3, value 3 times 2, value 4, value 4 times 2. Oh yeah, right, which value are they? That's a good one. Let's say a random. So yeah, didn't think of that, but let's let me declare something. 10 and I don't know 20. Oops. Alright, that's better. Back here. Now they are 10 and 20. So now I can make them random value 3. So it will have some no, random. It will have a value between 0 and 10, and this one between 10 times 2 is 20. And right, let's see how this works out. And this is mouse dragged, called whenever a mouse is dragged and the mouse button is pressed. We'll see. Whatever happens. If something happens. So let me grab the camera. You will notice that it is a kind of dark, but I don't want the shining of some lighting. Launched on the device. I did see something happen, but something did happen. So what can I do? Mouse dragged. Do I see something happen? Yes. But it's rather short. Okay, I hold it. So okay, they say dragged and pressed, so I drag first and press then. This doesn't work. Now I drag and press. Alright. Stop, drag, press. Drag, press. Quite funny. Alright, so that kind of works. Alright, so this kind of works, and that I mean quite literally, kind of, because I did not see anything to wait very long, and I assumed that 1 second sounded in 1 second, so let me make this 5 seconds. And see what happens then. If it indeed takes 5 seconds to disappear, I am good. If this, well, good. I'm at a good point. If this does not work, then what will? And right now, this is not going to work. So once again, all that I got was a black screen. And again a black screen, and that should give some information, but probably yeah, again this familiar notifying that the script has been stopped. So I'm a bit afraid that this is a little bit at the end of fortune for this episode on for what concerns the Android, but and now it works. So whatever happens, happens. I do not see any 5 seconds. No. This is no 5 seconds at all. Just flashing by. So in order to know how many what time division this no, not time division, what speed it is, I should know clock speed of the tablet, and that I should find out somehow. It's not a fast one, considering the fact that this is 422. This is not a really new one. I mean, by now Android 7 is out, I think. So how can I test? How can I do that? Well, I'll leave that for next time. I think that's better. For now, this is in itself a nice result, and let's see whatever I can do with the Arduino. So let's go there. As said, time for the Arduino MegaADK running C, AVR C actually, and electronics. And last time I added this circuit, and to show better how that circuit looks like in reality, it is like this. Sending to a port, or from a port actually, a button, make button, resistor, alkyl electrolytic condensator, capacitor, excuse me. Well, both correct, both names are correct, but capacitor is proper English. An LED, light emitting diode, and another resistor, and I should actually replace this one by this one, then I am really doing what I... Alright, that is better. And then I should replace those as well, but that's for later. A point is now, and let me go to this camera. So right now this is the situation, and the thing is that a capacitor should have time to load. Right now it only loads when I press the button. So whenever I do something like this, you see it flash for a very short time. What I want to do, what I should do, is put the button not here but somewhere here, because this is connected to ground, and then it loads the whole time, and then when I connect it by the make button to ground, then it unloads and it flashes. So the button has to be in between the alco and electrolytic capacitor and the LED. So let me remove this one and this one, remove, and no, I don't really have to remove that one, this one, then select 1, 2, 3, move over, and then that one, and this way it should work better. So now I'm going back to the camera view. Now I have to look, do it with the actual components. So take me out this one, and then capacitor goes right here, and a button right here. So loading, and now everything should connect, but it doesn't, because one of the wires is not entirely issued. And actually it's not doing anything right now. Anything at all, and I blame this capacitor at the moment. So if I get this straight in, or better in, that would make a huge difference. Alright, now this wire in here, And does that really work? As far as so far, it doesn't blink for a second. Oops. I think I need some rewiring to do. Alright, it is working now. I actually had to replace the switch for some reason, and I bent the wires for the capacitor even more. So let me rest a little bit. It's just minor flashes, but it does work. So this is the new circuit with these symbols yet to be replaced for the international versions, like this one. So I can just do that right now. Taking this one out, this one in. Oops. And this should of course be number 3. And that's it. So this is circuit for now. Another thing I haven't done yet is testing if everything actually works. And what I forgot to do is, what is this sign doing? Alright, checking the connection, because this is still on a different port, different board and port. So this is ACM 1, but I don't have writes yet on the ACM 1. Nope. Of course, my username, and then TTYACM1 password. Checking. Now I can do something with the serial monitor. So let's remove this one. Serial monitor, and then pressing this switch, and of course this one is the button, and this one is the response. Then the other button, this one, although I'm not quite happy with the way this interacts, because it nearly always interacts like that, and that button should be something different. Let me just press 2 buttons at the same time. Does that still work? Yes, it does. That is fine. So now we have this this LED, which is actually coming from not going to. This one is coming from 5, which is right here. So it would be nicer if I made this a very different value. And this is all about 6. So if I change with A0, which is the first button, to analog write as 5 somehow, with very different values, that would be a lot better, a lot nicer. So let me change this. So then, without pressing the button, it gives these values, bright and well, less bright, and this would very bright and less bright, so the brightness should be quite different. Let me see if that works out. No, I have to do upload. Alright, so now paying attention to this LED, what happens if I now press is that a different brightness? I honestly cannot tell. Not with the bare eye, not watching the camera. So let me take the serial monitor again. Press the button. Well, yeah, low and high, or high and low. I should get some value. But well, yeah, the breadth of these lines should change. So that's the thing to look for. Alright, final part of this video. So looking for differences in breadth of these of the upper and lower part of this line. So right now it is like this. What happens in breadth if I press the switch? Other than visually seeming to run the other side, the other direction, which is of course nonsense, but that's a visual effect. I do not really see a difference. How about that? I can't tell. I really can't. By the way, this 4,7 microfarad is really not much, and you can tell. let's wait a little bit longer. It gives just a very short flash, so that's not much different. But the pulse width of the pulse width difference of this and this should really matter. And what if I take, just like above, this delay? So here I have a delay, or do I? No, the delay is after the serial print. So actually this should be alright. I could make it very different by making this 0. Then I am on here on half and quite low, but here I would be maximum and 0. Let's see what that makes. And that's, I think, the last I do for this episode. So, pressing, really, and this is towards, this is actually, yes, towards a 0, no doubt about it. Well, now it's better, even better. Yes, it's now 0 and 1, but when I release it, it's that as well. So can I say that it is a big difference, pressing the button or not? Not really. Alright, that is for next time to work it out. Thank you for watching this episode. If you like this, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, and like the video. Follow me on Twitter, retweet and like. Follow me on Instagram and like. Please donate to keep the videos coming your way. More information on my website, and this is going to be continued, obviously. Bye bye.